Hello and welcome to another update video about MATIC. Yeah, MATIC consolidates, is consolidating. There's been a reaction to the communicated micro support area. That's precisely what we want. So that sort of, they are some parameters that the price respected. So that's the first step in confirming further that the white scenario to the upside is unfolding. And in this video, we want to talk about both of them, both scenarios, and talk about the risks and what now needs to happen for the bulls to take control clearly, because at the moment, I think probabilities are fairly balanced. That is exactly why we have corrective price action, because the bulls have not made up their mind yet. Okay, that's very important to, I think, very important to understand. The bulls have not fully decided, or the bulls, or in general, the market hasn't really made up its mind yet, or we would see impulsive price action, or at least diagonals that are completed. No, we only see sideways chopping around without clear direction. I mean, it is going up a little bit, but you can see how many difficulties the bulls have to drive the price above the previous highs. I mean, all of that is part of the analysis, and you can see this overlapping price action, which looks really exhausted and weak. And it indicates that we could get another low. So if we get one more low or not, that's not so much the question. I think it's more about being prepared for it. We don't know anyway. Nobody knows. It's all about highlighting just the risk, okay? To be fair, the risk and reward ratio is really great on this chart, because even if we come down to the invalidation point and break that, which wouldn't be great from a bullish point of view, but again, you have your stop losses and everything, but the invalidation point hasn't changed. That's at pretty much 49 cents. This is the low point from September. That's the official formal invalidation point for this 1-2 setup. And even if you get stopped out or something, eventually the target for just the third wave, if it starts from here, is pointing towards $1.76. At least, really, yeah. And then we should get a wave 4 pullback, and the fifth wave should get at least to $2.13, possibly higher because extensions are possible. And then obviously we should even go higher than that eventually. That was the idea, because we are dealing with 1-2, 1-2 setups on this chart. Obviously, I don't know if you remember, but there was another wave 2 that bottomed here in September. So there is more to come after that. Possibly that could take the price to around about $10 in the bull market. But if MATIC wants to reach that and achieve that, MATIC really needs to hurry up, because I mean, the bull market clock is ticking. Don't think we're at the end of the bull market yet, but some of these coins that are now quite deep in their support regions for a possible wave 2, well, they really need to make a move, right? They really need to move now, and MATIC is one of them. And therefore, if you consider, okay, we have a bit of space, but there's the invalidation point, there's the lowest point of support. We might break that if there is one more low, I have to say that. But again, it's not an invalidation point. That 78.6 retracement level, it's just the last, you could say, reliable support level for a wave 2. If we get breaks below those levels, like the 78.6 fib level, normally I wouldn't really consider this setup still active. And yeah, I mean, again, it's all about a sustained break, yeah. So if there is a wick and a quick recovery, that's all okay. But it's also possible the low is already in. So if you zoom out, that question, if the low is already in or not, doesn't really matter so much. We want to see a low form somewhere in this region, or it fails. And they are the best charts, because the risk is so low, not necessarily from a probabilities point of view, but from a distance to stop point of view compared to the potential reward. And looking at this chart, so far the price is definitely not rallying in an impulse yet. So we need that impulsive rally that should take the price next in a third wave to 86.2 cents. That's really important, because that's the 138% extension of the initial 1-2 setup. And the third wave should get the price there. And then we should get a 4 and a 5. And if we get 5 waves up, that would reach 91.3 cents. That's basically a must. I need to see the price get there, actually. If the price can really get there, well, that would be good confirmation that we have indeed started to work on this larger third wave to the upside, you know, the larger degree, and that this larger degree, wave 2 already bottomed. We need the 5 waves. This here is not enough to confirm a low. It's actually these upward sloping channels, they often break to the downside. I mean, this looks like a standing wedge even. So some people say these tend to break to the downside. They do, not always though. So I have to keep the white count on the chart, not for people to get not caught out and not surprised. And especially because the price reacted to that last micro support area I communicated as well. So maybe there are some among you who are scalping this. Now there was a support area for you which generated a reaction. If the price is now following through, that's a completely different question, but there has been a reaction to that area. And that means we can keep the white count alive. I mean, the chart would have clarified its bearish intentions had we broken below that last low here at 62 cents. Now it hasn't happened. Okay, so therefore the bullish potential stays intact and alive. Also, if we go higher, first of all, the bulls need to break above the 76 cent level, or need to take the price there, this last swing high. Then we can look at the 1.38 extension. There is also most likely structural resistance in this region, just below the 95 cent level. And yeah, that could come together quite nicely with that 5th wave target there. That's my update about MATIC. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.